Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So it's been a while since I've done a planner journal update, but since my last one, I've been playing around with my Hobonichi Weeks and A5 Slim Notebook, and then I briefly touched in Pocket, but then I ended up going to personal rings, and now I'm just only in personal size rings, and this is going to the sidelines, but this is still going to be my archive for this year because I have it. This is cover that I got off AliExpress for 77 Australian dollars, and it's 11 millimeter rings, and this one has some pockets, a protector here. These are like Kraus rings, I'm pretty sure. And then it also has this pen loop, which I love because you can make it big or slim. The only thing is if you do slide something in here, it can play with the pen loop, but I don't slide things in there, so it's just really solid. Is this the best leather I've ever felt in my life? No. But I'm also not afraid to like throw this in my bag and stuff nearly as much as like a Gilio cover or like my Father Facts and stuff like that. So anyways, so I've got my, you'll always see this one because I love it so much. I think I also have this in my A5 as well. And then I have just a plain piece of paper to use that as backing. And then I made these, and they were originally these ones from, what's her name? Sleepy Notes Club and stuff, but I found her numbers to be a little bit too big, and I didn't like the lines down the side, and I didn't like the months in advance. I think the months prior and then one in advance and stuff like that. And I also like to have like a line down there, so I used her file and I edited them so then they look like this. And I even downloaded the same font because I did like the fonts and stuff like that. And the only problem is that when I save the file, it's saved to pixels instead of layers, and so I have to figure out how to fix that so then I could, if I want this again for like after July and stuff, I can do it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to re-edit this whole thing because the way that these were formatted was so weird to me. And I don't know if insert makers do it on purpose, so then it's hard to like edit them yourselves or like what it is. But the way that this was formatted was tripping my brain out. And so I did it from scratch so that every single number had its own box and stuff like that type of thing, because this one did not have that. Anyways, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to go through the effort again to do it, but I did it for like 2 months. And then I have these ones, which I think makes more sense in a slimmer binder and stuff like that. And I don't honestly have that many appointments throughout the month and stuff. So I might try and find a dated version of something like this. But I don't know, because I really like the 2-page spread as well, but I don't know. And then I got these, and these are from this woman, and she does so many good inserts, and they're all free. And she has an Instagram, and then she has like an actual proper website as well with all her inserts and stuff. And she does like pretty much every single size you could think of. So I would highly suggest that you check her out. And yeah, this is just basically my weekly situation, except for instead of doing a monthly tracker, I'm doing my tracking in the weekly, because I didn't know whether I was going to like use this for like day-to-day stuff, and then at the end of the week I was going to archive it into my weeks or not, or whether I was going eventually wanting to just be in just this and stuff. And so I put the tracking in here for now to see how I go, and I actually really like it because, and like this is originally why I liked putting it in the weekly anyways, is because I can see my symptoms and like what I've done for the day, and then check it against my food and stuff. And so like, especially with like my bowel movements, which is a really important thing that I'm working on right now, I can see what I ate, and then I can see like what's going on with my symptoms and stuff like that. So anyways, so the only thing that was missing was my sleep tracking and stuff. So for this week, I just decided to add a little bar down here so they could add how many hours of sleep I had and stuff. But I do like having like the actual bar, like monthly bar and stuff like that. So I might potentially add in my monthly tracker later on, but I do like how this fills out a page nicely, and I don't think I'm going to have more than this many tasks a week. So we shall see how that goes. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. And I'm also using the Midori these are the tiny ones, not the bigger ones, but I want to get some bigger ones as well, so then they protrude a little bit more. But that's what I'm using for dividers anyways. And then I just have this paper that I got off, I don't even know where I got it from. It's either Temu, AliExpress, or Amazon, but I don't think it's Amazon. I think it was most likely AliExpress. Anyways, and I'm really digging non-Tomoe River paper this year. I can't deal with it for the most part, unless it's in my weeks. Anyways, and so I have been journaling in here, and like I did long form journaling in here, and then I have gone to like my usual journaling, and then I do my tasks at the top and stuff like that, and I just highlight it off. And that has been working out perfectly fine for me, and I want to keep going into this. And I think the good thing about personal too is that it's probably the most archivable size, in the sense that I can get the Franklin Covey Compact like archive binder and stuff like that, and use that to put the stuff in, or like to put my inserts in and stuff like that. And so I think that's what I might end up doing. And if I continue doing this for the rest of the year and stuff, I may end up not getting a weeks next year at all, and just doing it this way, because I really do enjoy having 5mm grid for my journaling in particular. I tried sit back here. I tried last night to do it in like 4mm grid, and I didn't like it. I really like the 5mm grid, but then I like this tinier grid for the weekly, obviously, because I don't mind writing if it's like one line, like if it's one word per line type of thing, or like a couple of sentences. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's tasks and that, it's fine. If it's like actual writing, I'd rather it be on 5mm grid. Anyways, and so I got that, and I've got a couple more pages, and I'm trying to debate whether I want to print it on the Iriful or whatever it's called paper, or whether I'm just going to go to Amazon and like try and find, I mean, not try and find, I already know which one I would buy, and hope that the grid isn't darker than this, because this grid is a little too dark for my likings, and that's the only reason I would consider like printing stuff out. But I do like the fact that the grid's on the whole page, and there's no border and stuff like that type of thing, like it is with this, because I get to utilize the whole page and stuff like that. Anyways, and then yeah, I have some paper in here, and this is from my Sweet Freckles design planner from a couple of years ago, and I realized that it's the same thickness as personal size, and so I'm going to cut down the paper because it's like a little bit taller than personal size, but it's the same thickness in width. Excuse me. Anyway, so I cut some down, and I punched it in here. So I'm going to try and use up that, because I'm never going to go back to that planner anyways. And I have like 365 pages of Tomoe River paper. Oh no, this is Sanson's paper actually. Anyways, so I've got a bunch of that, and I'm thinking that I might use these for my, I haven't been doing my spending tracker lately, but I'm going to put it in here. I might put it on these. And then I just got some blank paper for scratch notes and stuff. And that's it. And then one blank page in the back. So that is that. And it's just really easy. I haven't put my reference stuff in here, but eventually I'll do that. But I could just chuck this in my bag. I could have it beside me. I can have it on my desk, and everything I need is in here, and I'm really digging it. I do want to get the Filofax Molden in the the green color that starts with V. But I don't know how I feel about 23mm rings. And then the other one I kind of want to get right now is I want a Giglio Slim Campagna, but they don't have any colors that I want, and also they're a bit too pricey for me right now. And then I'm also looking at the Me Plus with the, I think it's 13mm rings. Is it, or is it 16? I can't remember. Millimeter rings and stuff. And then I'm also like wondering whether I should try Franklin Covey, because Me Plus also has Franklin Covey size now, which is their personal wide size. But yeah, but right now I'm just sticking with this. So there's that. And then I'll just quickly go through. My dog needs a groom, so, and all that. So my weeks, I've been putting in my menstrual cycle, and then also my workouts in here. And then this is what my I tried to put a movie ticket in here and I put tape over it thinking it was going to protect it. It did not. Um, anyways, but yeah, this is my weeks so far. And then I also have my trackers, which of my May tracker, and then obviously it's June now, and I'm not in here anymore, so I'm not tracking. And then I did a couple of where are you? Oh, I did a couple of actually not that one. Oh yeah, it was, maybe that was that one. No, it wasn't. It was this one. I just like whited over this, and I was like trying to do a little bit of journaling and stuff, and I really like this. I think this is what got me back into doing some journaling every day and stuff like that. And yeah, and that was pretty much it. I think the only thing at the back here I have is like my health log, which I barely touch. And yeah, so that is my weeks. And yeah, so I'm in the I'm in now in the process of being like, do I want to have weeks for next year, or do I just want to do just personal rings next year? So I guess that will be the experiment until I see the Hobonichi weeks is in September, and then I'll probably change my mind if I decide to go just personal rings. But I do want to use this because I really love this color and I have it and I want to use it, but the personal rings just makes more sense for my style currently. So anyways, that is it for me, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.